Morning. So I'm in the garden today and we have a few things planned. So right over here are 4 potential beds. Um, so the last few days I have been spending all day in the garden, and what I'm doing is kind of rearranging a few things in order to accommodate the high tunnels, which, by the way, I got my approval letter. So I am approved for the High Tunnel Initiative. We are getting a high tunnel from the USDA Idaho division, and we're gonna be growing all year long in that. So I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime, like I said, I've been spending every day for the last 3 days out in the garden because I went and bought stuff and wasn't prepared for it. Went to an organic nursery and they had a sale on asparagus. So what I did was I created this whole long bed here and planted all of the asparagus down that bed in the very center. So the asparagus will grow in the center, and then what I'll probably do is put basil on both sides of it. I have about 11 different varieties of basil, so I'll be putting those in there. In the meantime, while that's growing, because they're already planted, I have started building strawberry beds because the strawberries were also on sale. And if they're on sale, you have to buy them. We have 4 beds going in right here. They are 4 feet by 8 feet. Those are going to be the walls. They're not very tall. We don't really need them to be very tall. I am going to be putting some better soil and compost in there, so they should be pretty good to go. I am also cutting some more of the same size boards, and we're going to be putting them, and I can't see anything. I hope you can see something. The sun's really bright this morning. A little bit of cloud cover would be good. But, so you can see where everything goes over here, and as I turn around going towards the house, this whole section right here is going to be potato beds. I have Huckleberry Gold potatoes, which are a purple skinned potato with a yellow flesh inside, but it's also a low glycemic index potato. So that's what I grow because, well, I have a husband who's diabetic. And where is that husband, you may ask? Well, unfortunately, he's dying. For the last 3 days, while I've been out in the garden, he has been suffering from a very, very severe case of a man cold. So ladies, you all know this. When we have a cold, women still have to get up. They still have to take care of the kids. They still have to fix all of the meals. They still have to help with the homework. They still have to get everybody off to work or school or whatever. Women with a cold still have to work. But men die. So I've been suffering through all of that drama for the last few days. So I've come out and I've been gardening. So we have several different things going on. So for the potato beds, I still have to cut a bunch of boards. I still have a lot of that concrete form board left. So I need to cut 4 beds, each of them 4 feet by 16 feet, and they're going to be 6 inches high, whole thing. So 4 beds, 4 feet by 16 feet, 6 inches tall. The boards are 2 feet tall, so I'm going to have to make 3 cuts per board. Here we go. So last year, I grew my potatoes in these cloth black bags. It didn't go so well. So they didn't grow very well. I couldn't keep them moist enough. They got really hot and dry. So I didn't get as big of a harvest as I wanted to. So all of the potatoes that I did harvest, I am now having to use as seed potatoes this year. So I want to do something different. You learn from your mistakes and you move forward and you change what you need to change and keep what you need to keep. But in the meantime, I'm going to learn from that mistake and I'm going to grow these potatoes better this year. So I'm going to have a bigger harvest. I know I am. In the meantime, cutting these boards, the majority of the time is spent drawing the lines on the boards so that I know where to cut them. The cutting is actually super quick and easy. 3 cuts per board. Each board is 2 foot by 8 foot. So that'll give me 4 8-foot by 6-inch boards. So those are the borders around the beds. And I need 10 boards cut like this. 2 of those boards need to be cut at 4 foot long. So they're the end pieces for each of the beds. So I'm going to get to cutting, which means it's going to be very loud. Hearing protection, safety first. And by the way, I asked for a drill or a saw that plugged in because the battery powered saw would never last very long. You'd get like 4 cuts and you would need another battery. And we only had 2 batteries. So it took days and days and days to get the beds behind me built because the majority of the time was spent cutting them. And once you had them cut, you could go do other stuff, but I wanted the boards cut so that I could build the beds. So Wes said we don't need one until he had a project. So here we go again. A man will listen to a man will not listen to a woman. So he finally bought one, a corded one, and this project is going so fast. I cut 4 boards yesterday in almost no time. It was towards the end of the day, so I didn't get a whole lot in, but all of the strawberry bed boards, totally cut. Simple, quick, easy, because women actually know what they're talking about. Let's cut. So the cutting happens fairly quickly. It's the marking all 3 lines on each board that takes the majority of the time. And of course the bending over part with my lower back the way it is, it does cause me to be sore at the end of the day. But once this is done and those beds are built, we only have 20 more to go. So yay! Just kidding. It's not 20. It's like 21. So it got really hot. Started feeling like I was going to get sunburn on my face, so I had to put a hat on. That's why I wear the long sleeves, so I don't get sunburned. Anyway, so I was able to cut some more boards and get those kind of positioned and placed where I wanted them to go. And then I started digging out the areas for the strawberry beds. And I've got most of it done. I need 6 more little holes. The holes are only about 10 inches deep, so it's not too bad. And then I got to kind of level all the beds out. I don't do it perfect. I don't bring a level out. If it looks good, I'm good with that. That's all I need to do. But right now, I'm gonna take a break, probably go in, get some more water, and then that's pretty much it for today. So the beds are all built right there, 4 of them. Once I get the ends done, then I can start filling it and then planting my strawberry plants. Again, I have 2 batches of ever-bearing and 2 batches of June bearing. So I'm going to get a variety of different strawberries throughout the year. But this is pretty much what I got done today, other than cutting some additional boards and getting them placed out. I'm going to have a wildflower. I'm going to have a wildflower bed at the very end down there. That way I can throw a bunch of seeds out, you know, things like calendula. I'd like to have some more echinacea. I believe I have echinacea angustifolia seeds, and I'd like to get those ones started. So if I can get those started, they've been in the freezer for the winter, so they've definitely been cold stratified and should be ready to plant. But I'm going to get that stuff done. I didn't get the potato beds done, but we'll continue working on that again tomorrow. But in the meantime, I got a little surprise today. The FedEx guy showed up at the door and delivered something that I didn't order. Someone else ordered it for me, and I opened up the box today, and we'll get to showing you what was in the box probably in the next video, because once I get these beds done, then I'm gonna start preparing for what came in the mail today. So, but in the meantime, we're gonna continue on. I am gonna go in and check on my husband, see if he's dead or not, you know, because the super severe man cold probably has him still down and out. So I'm gonna go see if he's died or not. If not, I see maybe a pillow smothering in his near future. Just kidding. Anyway, so we'll go check on the man flu and see how it's doing. See if he's still alive and what's going on with that. Probably fix him some dinner. He doesn't like soup though. I mean, who doesn't like soup? So anyway, we'll see you next time.